Question time already. Endless fighting in Syria, why are electronics banned on planes, and more on the Trump administration. We'll have the answers to these questions and more. Hoping your news is good news, I'm Giachino here with your WCNN broadcast. Topping the headlines overseas, the Syrian government forces on Monday regained control of parts of Damascus that were attacked and captured by rebels and militants the previous day, with the two fighting leaving dozens dead on both sides. The sudden rebel seizure of the territory in the Syrian capital and the manner in which the attack that took place overnight and into Sunday, with rebels sneaking into the city through underground tunnels and using car bombs, reflected the insurgents' more serious infiltration into Damascus in the years. Flying across to Europe, the world must swiftly shift energy production away from fossil fuels if it is to prevent a dangerous increase in global temperatures. Two reports released by international agencies concluded that fundamentally changing the way power is produced would require considerable investment, though there will also be savings due to improvements in energy efficiency. And in the city nicknamed the City of Lights, the two front-runners for the French presidency clashed spectacularly in the campaign's first televised debate, leading candidates Monday night. All five candidates launched punches during vigorous discussions on the big issues in France: jobs, terrorism, and immigration in Europe. Trekking over to the land of the stars and stripes, the U.S. government is temporarily barring passengers on certain flights originating in 8 different countries from bringing laptops, iPads, cameras, and most other electronics in carry-on luggage starting Tuesday. The reason for the ban was not immediately clear. U.S. security officials would not comment. Speaking of controversial, former National Secretary Advisor Michael Flynn was paid more than $67,000 by Russia companies before the presidential election. Republican Elijah Cummings of Maryland asked the Trump administration to provide a comprehensive record of Flynn's contracts with foreign governments and interests. And to the Big Apple, the people who share a news story on social media are more important than the story's actual source in determining whether readers believe it, a study by the Media Insight Project has found. In a previous study, consumers said they were paid greater heed to where the story originated, but the Media Insight Project set up an experiment that found something different. And now for today's segment of Giachino's Judgment. It's no surprise to me that people are more keen to believe things that maybe not come from the best of sources, compared to believing in something that comes from a direct media outlet. People always love hearing what their favorite celebrities are up to, and if they happen to share something close to important on a social media website, then it has to be true, and it has to be something that a lot more people should care about. It's reality now that people determine the importance of things based on who else around them cares. I think instead of this, people should start following their own paths and determine what is true, what is false, what is important, and what is unimportant on their own. I'll even admit that a few times I believed something that was true just based on who said it. It happens to everyone, but we need to always keep in mind that thinking and researching things for ourselves is very necessary. And that concludes today's segment of Giachino's Judgment. Are you urging for urgent news, wanting to voice your opinion? Go to our main website or search us on Facebook at WCNN News and hit the like button. Continuing with more Capitol News, Education Secretary Betsy DeVos on Monday sought to convince public school leaders that school choice and local control are more important in education. Speaking to members of the Council of Great City Schools, a group of the nation's largest urban school districts, DeVos stressed that parents, not Washington politicians, should be making choices about their children's education. And now let's take a look at your local weather forecast. Today's temperatures will range from a high 55 degrees to a low of 32. Skies will be cloudy with a chance of snow. Let's cross our fingers for better weather. And in sports highlights, Ryan McDougan scored twice and Kevin Hayes added a goal and an assist as the New York Rangers downed the Red Wings 4-1 on Sunday night. And just notified on a breaking report, if Islamic militants in Gaza or Lebanon go to war with Israel, they could find the usual targets empty. More on that later. And that concludes today's WCNN broadcast. This is Giachino signing off.